So let's dive right into a huge question that, let's be honest, is on the mind of pretty much every English learner today. When it comes to learning, who really wins the battle? Is it your classic human teacher, or is it that new super powerful AI tutor in your pocket? We're going to break it all down.
And look, this isn't just some fun thought experiment. This question, it really gets to the heart of how we actually learn best. Are we witnessing the end of the classroom as we know it? Or is there something about that human connection that a machine, no matter how smart, just can't ever replicate? Let's find out. Okay, first up, let's talk about the OG guide in our learning journey, the human English teacher. We've all had them, right? And you can probably picture the one teacher who just made a huge difference for you. So what is it exactly that makes them so irreplaceable? But when you really think about what makes a teacher great, you realize pretty quickly it's about so much more than just grammar rules. A great human teacher, they give you emotional support. They're the ones cheering you on, making you feel excited to learn instead of being terrified of making a mistake. They can be so creative and flexible. If you don't get an idea one way, they'll find another. They'll draw a picture, they'll act it out, whatever it takes. And they give you that gentle, intuitive feedback right in the moment that actually builds your confidence up instead of tearing it down.
And that's it, right there. That's the magic. It's not just about memorizing words. It's about feeling empowered. A fantastic teacher really connects with you. They understand your personality. Maybe you're a little shy, or maybe you're super outgoing. And they adapt. They make you feel seen. And they make you feel capable.
All right, so now let's bring in the challenger, the incredibly powerful, always-on AI learning buddy, like ChatGPT. This tool has absolutely changed the game for millions of learners all over the globe. And the advantages here are, well, they're pretty obvious from the get-go. Your AI tutor is there for you 24/7. Got a question at 3 a.m.? No problem. It is infinitely patient. You can ask it the same thing 20 times in a row and it's not going to get frustrated. And for anyone who gets a little nervous speaking up in class, this is a total game changer. It's a completely pressure-free zone. You can make mistakes, you can sound silly, and there is zero judgment. Plus, its ability to just spit out endless examples and adapt to your exact level is just so powerful for practice. And that phrase really captures the whole promise of AI, doesn't it? It's like having a personal English expert right in your pocket, ready to help with grammar, vocab, or even role-playing a conversation for your next trip. It's just this bottomless well of information and practice. So we've got two very different, very powerful guides here. But how do they actually stack up when you put them in a real-world situation? Let's put them to the test. We'll use a classic, tricky English grammar question and see how each one handles it. Okay, here it is, our test question. This is one of those that trips up learners at every single level. It seems simple, but getting the nuance right is tough. So first, let's see what our human teacher does. Okay, so notice the approach here. The teacher starts with encouragement, right? Great question. That immediately makes you feel good. They give a super clear, simple rule with a perfect example. But then, and this part is so crucial, they immediately invite you to participate. Want to try making a sentence? That creates this supportive feedback loop. It's personal, it's encouraging, and it's all about building your confidence in that exact moment. And now let's look at ChatGPT. The answer itself is actually very similar. It's correct, it's clear, and it's direct. It gives you the rule, and it even prompts you to practice. The difference is you can then ask it for 5, 10, 50 more examples, and it'll generate them in a split second. The whole experience is incredibly efficient and just packed with data. So here's the most important point.
It's not just about the answer they give, it's about the entire experience. The human teacher gives you this personal, encouraging vibe with live, intuitive feedback. Their real strength is that human connection and building up your confidence. On the other side, ChatGPT has a very factual, instant vibe with data-driven feedback whenever you want it. Its strength, pure speed, and a basically infinite supply of examples. So, who wins? Well, this is where things get really, really interesting. Because maybe we've been asking the wrong question this whole time. Maybe it's not a competition. Maybe it's an opportunity to build something way more powerful. A hybrid learning strategy. And that right there is the key takeaway. You've got to think of this like building a toolkit. I mean, you wouldn't use a hammer to try and saw a piece of wood, right? In the exact same way, you should be using your human teacher and your AI tutor for the things that they do best. So what does that actually look like day to day? It's pretty simple. You go to your human teacher to learn those complex new ideas and get that crucial encouragement that keeps you going. Then you go home and you use your AI tutor to drill vocabulary lists and get hundreds of examples in minutes. You practice real, nuanced conversations with your teacher to build that confidence, and then you use your AI to role-play those same scenarios over and over again in a safe, judgment-free space. You see, you're combining the best of both worlds. So in the end, we really have to reframe this whole debate. It's not teacher versus AI. It's teacher and AI. The real power here is in your hands. So the final question isn't for me to answer. It's for you. How are you going to build your own personal, unstoppable English learning team?
In today's incredibly fast-paced world, how do you get truly well-informed quickly and effectively? Especially when it's something as personal, as learning a new language like English.
Right.
We're just bombarded with information, tools, platforms. It almost feels like we're being asked to choose a side.
Yeah, like human connection or the cold efficiency of code.
Exactly.
It's a fascinating dilemma, really, and one that a lot of English learners are wrestling with right now. The whole landscape of education is shifting so dramatically.
Yeah.
It forces us to ask these tough questions about what true learning actually looks like.
Absolutely. And the big question buzzing around, the one we're diving into today, is who teaches English better, ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Or a real human teacher?
It's quite the face-off.
It really is. We've been digging deep into, a whole stack of articles, research, real-world experiences, comparing these two powerful forces in language education.
And our mission today isn't just listing pros and cons, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
We want to help you unpack the core differences, the unique strengths, and maybe some surprising contributions of each.
To help you figure out what might be best for your specific learning journey.
Exactly.
So get ready for some genuine aha moments, hopefully. We're going to explore how human teachers bring that unique touch. How AI like ChatGPT operates, and we'll even bring it to life with a real-world role play.
Oh, nice.
Because the secret, we think, isn't choosing one, but understanding how to maybe weave them together effectively.
That makes sense.
We'll keep this deep dive clear, engaging, and try to cut through the noise, without it feeling like some dry audio textbooks.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. We always hear about the, irreplaceable magic of a great human teacher.
Yeah, for generations, they've been the cornerstone.
But with all this tech now, is that magic still as potent? What do you see as the absolute core, the really irreplaceable part of what a human teacher does?
That's a fundamental question.
What can they do that a machine just can't?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's about so much more than just, grammar rules.
Right.
A great English teacher explains complex ideas simply, yes, but it's also how they correct you, gently, without making you afraid to make mistakes.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, it's that subtle art of correction that actually builds confidence instead of tearing it down.
I can totally relate to that feeling. I remember this one teacher who somehow made learning exciting, not intimidating. That emotional support, the encouragement, that quiet belief they have in you. it makes a monumental difference.
Absolutely. It makes you feel like you can do it, even if English seems really hard at first.
Yeah, it's that human touch, feeling seen, understood.
And that understanding is key because human teachers grasp individual needs in a way an algorithm probably can't. They observe you.
Okay.
So for a shy student, a teacher might adapt, maybe start with more yes-no questions,
Right, to build comfort.
Exactly. Build comfort and confidence before moving to more open-ended stuff. Or if someone's struggling with motivation,
Yeah.
they might use games or role play. Just shift the energy to boost engagement and make it genuinely fun.
Yeah.
They see the person, not just the learner profile.
That flexibility, that creativity, it's really something. If I didn't get something in class, the teacher could just pivot right there.
Real time.
They'd try different ways, draw something, act it out, give different examples on the fly. It's not a fixed script.
No, never. They're constantly innovating based on your specific moment of confusion.
Exactly.
And that real-time nuanced feedback is just invaluable. An immediate tweak on pronunciation or sentence structure,
Yeah.
but delivered with empathy.
Yeah.
And also those cultural tips like, hey, in real life, people actually say it this way, or explaining if something's too formal, too casual.
Oh, right. The unspoken rules.
Yeah, that level of organic contextual learning is very difficult to replicate.
That reminds me of a teacher I had who'd lived in London for years.
Oh, yeah?
He didn't just teach about British slang. He'd tell us stories like the time he tried to queue up for something that didn't have a queue.
Huh. It wasn't just words. It felt like a cultural window, a personal story that made the language real.
That's brilliant.
That kind of real-world experience, sharing idioms or how people truly speak, that must be incredibly hard for an AI. It's not textbook English, it's the living language.
So if we boil it down, what this really means is it's not just the academic stuff.
Right.
It's experience, emotion, encouragement, and that invaluable human connection.
Mm-hmm.
And these things combine to foster this deep sense of confidence in the learner. A human teacher is like your personal language coach.
Seeing your potential.
Finessing your confidence, teaching the art of communication, not just the rules.
That's a powerful summary of the human touch. But okay, let's flip the coin, because there's this incredible new player, ChatGPT.
The elephant in the room.
Its rise has been meteoric. It's genuinely changing how people approach language learning. So what's the core idea here?
Well, a key takeaway is that ChatGPT is essentially an AI chatbot.
Okay.
Think of it like a smart, infinitely patient robot you chat with by typing. Right.
You ask questions, it gives answers in natural, fluent English.
Yeah.
It's almost like texting a very smart English buddy who never sleeps.
And one of its biggest game changers has got to be accessibility, right? 24/7.
Oh, absolutely. No scheduling, no waiting for class. Just open the app or website.
Got a question at 3 a.m.?
Boom. It's there for you. Always on.
Yeah.
And it offers incredibly versatile assistance. You can ask things like, what's the difference between say and tell?
The classic.
Or can you correct this sentence? Or even help me write a professional-sounding email to my boss in English.
And it just generates it.
Seconds, yeah.
Okay, here's something that really struck me in the research. It's incredibly adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually tell it, hey, I'm a beginner, and it'll use simpler words.
Right.
Or if you're more advanced, it gives you more detail. It tailors itself on demand.
Without you having to constantly remind it, which is nice.
Yeah. And we absolutely have to talk about its patience.
Oh, yeah. Super patient.
You could ask the same question 5 times, rephrase it, dig into tiny details.
And it won't get annoyed or show any frustration.
Unlike my kids when I ask them to clean their room again. So that no judgment zone is a huge psychological plus, especially for nervous learners.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can make mistakes, practice, experiment without pressure. That can be incredibly liberating if you're shy about speaking out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And it provides instant examples. Ask, give me 5 sentences using the present perfect.
That's the have done or has been one, right?
Exactly. Actions connected to the present. And it gives them immediately, often with clear explanations.
Wow.
That rapid generation of tailored examples is super efficient for reinforcing grammar or building vocab.
And it's not just grammar rules, is it? You can
Really?
actually have full conversations.
Yeah, you can say, let's talk about food, and it'll chat, ask follow-up questions. Or you can tell it to role play, pretend you're a waiter taking my order.
Yay.
And it plays along.
Yeah.
Amazing speaking practice without the anxiety of a real-time human interaction.
That's quite something.
So ChatGPT basically puts this powerful personal English assistant right in your pocket.
Yeah.
Its efficiency, its breadth of functions for quick, structured practice.
Yeah.
It's kind of unmatched in that way.
Your infinitely patient grammar drill sergeant and vocabulary librarian.
Exactly. Always ready.
But, okay, theory is one thing. What does this actually look like when you're trying to learn something specific?
Right. Let's see it in action.
We've explored the brilliance of humans, the capabilities of AI. Now let's really bring that comparison to life. What does it feel like?
Okay, yeah, this should be fun. Let's tackle that classic English learner's problem. The difference between say and tell.
Perfect.
I'll play the learner, let's call me Allie, in both scenarios.
And I'll switch hats. First, human teacher, then I'll be ChatGPT. Ready, Allie. All right, setting the scene. Scene 1. Allie with a human English teacher, host speaker, as teacher. Hi, Allie. What's on your mind today? Anything puzzling you in English? Expert speaker, as Allie. Hi, teacher. Yes, I'm really confused. What is the difference between say and tell? I always mix them up. Host speaker, as teacher. Great question, Allie. It's a common one, but actually pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. Expert speaker, as Allie. Okay, host speaker, as teacher. Both say and tell report speech, but they work a bit differently. Think of say as just uttering words, stating a fact, often without saying who heard it. Expert speaker, as Allie. Host speaker, as teacher. So we usually use say without a person right after it, like, she said she was tired. Expert speaker, as Allie. So say is just what came out of her mouth. Host speaker, as teacher. Exactly. Now tell implies a recipient talking to someone directly. Expert speaker, as Allie. Okay. Host speaker, as teacher. So we use tell when we specifically mention who we're talking to. For example, she told me she was tired. See the difference? Me is the person she told. Expert speaker, as Allie. Oh, I think I see it. So say is more general, just the words. And tell is more direct. To a person, is that right? Host speaker, as teacher. You've got it perfectly. That's the key distinction. Nicely put. Would you like to try making a couple of sentences yourself, just to practice? Expert speaker, as Allie. Okay, I'll try. He said he loves pizza. Host speaker, as teacher. Good. Expert speaker, as Allie. And she told me to come early. Host speaker, as teacher. Excellent, Allie. Both sentences are absolutely correct. Perfect examples of the difference. You picked that up really quickly. Expert speaker, as Allie. Oh, good. Host speaker, as Allie. Yeah. Just keep practicing with different people and things, and soon it'll feel totally natural. You're doing great. Expert speaker, as Allie. Thank you, teacher. That really helped me feel more confident. Okay, and scene. So that was the human-teacher experience. Clear explanation, examples, and crucially, that encouragement, that connection.
Yeah, that warmth.
Definitely. Now let's switch gears. Scene 2. Allie talks to ChatGPT. Same question, very different interaction. Host speaker, as ChatGPT. Hello, how can I assist you with English today? Expert speaker, as Allie. Hi, ChatGPT. What's the difference between say and tell? I'm always confused. Host speaker, as ChatGPT. Hello, Allie. That's a common question. Here's a simple explanation. Say. You say when you are just reporting words and you often don't mention who you are speaking to. Example, she said she was hungry. Tell. Use tell when you are reporting words and you do mention who you are speaking to. Example, she told me she was hungry. Tell. Would you like more examples or perhaps some practice exercises? Expert speaker, as Allie. Yes, please. Can you give me maybe 3 examples of each? Host speaker, as ChatGPT. Certainly. Examples of say. 1, he said he was running late. Examples of say. 2, they said the concert was amazing. Examples of say. 3, I said let's meet at 7. Examples of tell. 1, he told me the news. Examples of tell. 2, I told her a secret. Examples of tell. 3, she told us to be quiet. Examples of tell. Would you like to try making your own sentences now? Expert speaker, as Allie. Okay, yes, here are 2. He said he was tired, and she told me to call her. Host speaker, as ChatGPT. Well done, Allie. Both sentences are grammatically correct. You have clearly grasped the difference based on these examples. Keep practicing, and feel free to ask me anything anytime you have questions. I'm available 2147 to assist you. Expert speaker, as Allie. Okay, thanks, ChatGPT. And scene. Wow, that was a fantastic comparison side by side. Yeah.
Both gave incredibly helpful answers, right?
Yeah.
But the feeling, the method, the impact feels so different.
It really does. And this raises an important point because while both delivered useful information, the underlying experience is fundamentally different.
How so?
Well, the human teacher offers emotion, tone. They can subtly perceive your confusion or your growing confidence in real time.
Yeah, you can see it in their eyes or hear it in their voice.
Exactly. They react to you as an individual, not just the words you type. They build a relationship, you know?
Whereas ChatGPT provides that rapid, clear information and just tons of examples instantly.
Super efficient for raw data, rules, endless practice examples tailored right to your request.
It's like having a library and a personal tutor rolled into one. But without the human intuition, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And the real aha here, I think, isn't choosing sides. It's seeing them as partners.
Partners, how do you mean? Think of it like this. ChatGPT is your infinitely patient grammar drill sergeant and vocabulary librarian, always ready with a precise answer or endless practice sentences.
Okay.
Your human teacher. They're your personal language coach, seeing your potential, finessing your confidence, correcting with nuance.
Teaching the art of communication.
Exactly. Not just the rules. You kind of need both to truly master English, I think.
So maybe if you're a beginner, that gentle human correction and support is vital for building that initial confidence.
Good day, yeah.
But if you're more advanced, maybe looking for quick grammar checks or specific vocab, ChatGPT's efficiency might be perfect for honing those skills.
They really do complement each other depending on what you need right now.
What a deep dive this has been. Okay, so wrapping up.
Yeah, we've seen that both human teachers and ChatGPT offer distinct, incredibly valuable strengths.
It's definitely not about one being better.
No, not at all. It's about understanding their very different capabilities and how they can serve your unique learning style and, your current needs.
Exactly. So we really want to encourage you, the listener, to be an active participant here.
Experiment.
Yeah. Try both, see how they feel, mix and match, and just enjoy the journey of learning English.
The goal is mastery, right? Not sticking rigidly to just one method.
Right.
So whether you're just starting out or you're way down the road looking for that final polish, understanding these tools can really transform your progress.
Use the AI for that heavy lifting practice, quick questions, endless examples.
And lean on the human teacher for that crucial emotional support, the cultural insights, the nuanced feedback that only another person can really give.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with something to think about. What stands out most to you about these two approaches? What are your own experiences? Do you find yourself leaning towards that human connection, that subtle guidance?
Or are you drawn more to the endless patience and instant info you get from AI?
Yeah, where do you fall on that spectrum?
Yeah, and here's a final thought to kind of chew on. In an age where information is just everywhere, so easily accessible, maybe the most vital skill isn't just knowing what to learn anymore.
Interesting.
Maybe it's about discerning how to best nurture your own unique learning style, your motivation.
Okay.
So how does having both human teachers and AI readily available actually shift our understanding of what true language mastery means? How do we achieve it? Moving beyond just, rote learning.
To genuine, confident communication. Wow.
Yeah, something to ponder.
Definitely something profound to ponder as you continue your own language journey. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive into the fascinating world of English learning with humans and AI.
We really hope you found this exploration enlightening, maybe empowering. Keep learning, keep experimenting.
And keep speaking with confidence. Until next time, keep digging deeper.